Falling oil prices could make the fight against ISIS harder. Oil prices have plummeted about 60% since last summer, when they were about $115 per barrel. Prices are now below $50 a barrel. Because of the drop, the economies of oil-reliant countries such as Venezuela, Russia, and Iraq have suffered. But unlike Russia or Venezuela, Iraq is also trying to muster its army and fighting the militant jihadist group ISIS. Iraq was cut off from a large portion of its military supplies with the fall of Mosul, Iraq's second largest city, last June. Low oil prices are only making rebuilding it and paying new soldiers that much more difficult. According to the World Bank, oil revenue makes up 45% of Iraq's total GDP. The country relies on the fossil fuel to fulfill 80 to 85% of its budget. Iraq's Prime Minister Haider al-Abadi made a plea for more supplies to nations in a special anti-ISIS coalition meeting in London, and again just a few days later at the World Economic Forum.
Our economy cannot sustain two major spending. One is to sustain our society who are depending on the central budget, and two, to sustain this awful war which is taking a lot of our resources. We need help on this.
To be fair, Iraq is getting help from coalition members.
I do disagree with the Prime Minister's comments. I would say even further, I don't think they're helpful.
Still, Keith Johnson of Foreign Policy says the low oil prices could lead to further sectarian violence or future budget issues if the government curbs spending in other areas to focus more on military spending. For Newsy, I'm Christian Bryant.